Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Here's my completed purple collage piece that I did in the last video. So it's all filled in, no white spaces left. So we're going to go into the next step. And I don't know precisely what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go with it and see where it takes us. There's certain things I do, but how I finish it off I'm not sure. So I've got this, it's about A3 size, so double A4 roughly. And what I do is I just chop it into random sized pieces. So I like to make some journaling card sized pieces and some tags. So I'll start with a couple of journaling cards, and there's no measuring, I'm just thinking about where I want it and just going for it. So I've got it in my paper trimmer here and just give it a nice good slice. Sometimes it takes a little bit more because there's, you know, several layers of paper now. And we've got our first piece, and then I decide how many I want to turn that into. So I might make that into 3 journaling cards. Sorry, the motion of this is shunting the table into the wall, so I hope that's not too distracting for you. It's a little bit distracting for me, I must say. Okay, about there. Might even, I can't pull the table out because then you won't be in frame probably. See what I'm doing. So, won't be long, we'll just live with it. Okay, the next piece. We'll go down this way this time. The edges of this sheet aren't completely straight from where I've trimmed off pieces of collage and I've nicked a bit of the paper, but that's okay, it's not going to matter. Okay, I'll do this into 2, so one will be a bit bigger than the other. As you can tell, it's just really random. And if I find any bits too big, then I can just cut it down again. I can make it into a tag instead. It's whatever, because it's not for a particular project. It's just what I feel like. Okay, so do this lot into tags, I think. Seems a reasonable sized tag. I am trying to cut straight, but it doesn't always happen that way. Okay, I might leave that as a journaling card, and I can tell that's not straight, but never mind. So I'll put this down now. Pop it on the floor. No more table into the wall. I'll just grab a sip of my cup of tea. Right. Now sometimes I will just leave these as is and work on them when I've got a project in mind for them. But I really wanted you to see what they look like when they're complete. So we're going to do some. I think I'll start with this one as a tag. I'm just going to create the tag shape for a start. It really is not straight, but never mind. Just pretend it is. So I'm just going to snip the corner, turn it over and snip the other corner. I can't remember where I learnt this trick for cutting tag corners, but when I learnt it I thought, wow, how easy and simple is that? Sometimes I'll grab another tag and use it as a guide for cutting, and sometimes I look at punches and dies and things for making tag shapes, and it's like, why spend the money when I can just quickly and easily do it like that? So I never have bought a tag die or anything like that. Not to say that I won't one day think, it's just going to be easier to have a die. But, I mean, how quick is that? So, right, what do I want to do with that? I've got some stuff through with me. I've got my little box of, I've got a couple of stuff on there, of snippets. This is where I put my little bits of fabric and lace and paper and just the tiny little fragments, and there's obviously some larger bits too. Just little bits that I think I can use that somehow. You know, just little cute bits and pieces. So I've got that to use. I've got this baby wipe, painted baby wipe that was used to clean up some paint, and I've stamped on that with a wood grain stamp. I don't know if you can see the detail on that, so I might use some of that. I've got some music paper just left over from cutting out some shapes that I can use, and this is my box. I don't know if you can see it all in frame. This is how I store my fussy cut images that I've cut from magazines, so in Ziploc bags that are recycled. And I've got, so there's a flower one, there's landscapes, there's interesting little bits and pieces, and that one, random collection. This one is what I call characters, whether it's people or paintings and what have you. There's some interesting little snippets, more on the steampunk sort of type metal bits and pieces. This is one I've started for sewing stuff because I want to do a sewing journal, so I've started collecting stuff for that. And I've got tons of these bags, so whenever I have a new subject I just grab a new bag and start a new one. I've got words, there's a Christmas one, there's birds and bees and butterflies, things with wings basically. Animals, food, ocean type theme, colours that go with ocean. There's circus, and there's interiors, there's teddy bears, that's a bigger bag, and then I've got one big bag here of random bits and pieces that haven't been sorted yet. So this is all my pictures, so if I'm looking for a picture to put on something, I will go dig into that one. And to the side here that you can't see, I've got a hole punch, my ink pad and sponge for distressing edges. I've got a corner rounder, some glue, yeah, and that's about it, I think. So let's get started with this tag. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of lace. Now I haven't got my sewing machine through with me, so if I want to do any sewing, that will have to come later. Now I might use it as a wee topper for it, because I quite like that. So my little fragments get even smaller. So I think that will be quite cute, just as a wee topper for the tag. Quite often I'll punch a hole, but sometimes I will do the topper. Excuse me. What do we want on it? I don't think I want too much. I think I want a focal image on this one. So let's see what we've got in our things with wings. So we want something quite small. So when I take out these pictures, I always end up with a huge pile that I've then got to put back in. I see this butterfly here, and it's got a sort of a dark bluey, yeah, dark blue surround, which might be quite nice. Yep, I think we'll go with that. I'm going to try and keep it quick and not overthink this process, because I tend to overthink things, and so it can take me a long time to achieve just one card, which isn't great when you're trying to make money from it. You know, I want to make a living one day from it. I'm certainly not doing that at the moment. I'm almost making enough to pay the rent. So I've got this baby wipe, sorry. Just going to tear a piece off of that and snip it. It only tears one way. I don't know if all baby wipes are like that, but this brand only tears one direction. So just fray it out a little bit. Make it not so straight. I think pop that down there. I think that just simple, quick, easy. Before I put those down, I will just ink the edges. So I'm using a sepia because it's the only one I've got. Brown ink pad I've got. I have ordered a vintage photo, finally. I've wanted one for a long time. And because I've still got a little bit of birthday money left, I went ahead and ordered myself one on Friday, or Saturday I think. So that should hopefully be with me tomorrow. Of course I won't get it till I go home after work, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. It's on a courier, so nice to have that and give it a whirl. And I don't know how different it will be to the sepia one. I have no idea, but it's good to have more stamp pads. I haven't got a lot of options really. Right, I'm just going to lay this down with a bit of glue. Wait for it to come down to the tip. I love this glue, but they don't make it anymore, and I'm really sad. I can't remember if I said in the last video or in my birthday shopping trip haul that I love this glue, and I emailed them. I can't remember what day I emailed them, and I had a response from them saying they don't make it because the shops weren't buying it in. And I'm so sad. It's like such a good product. Pop our butterfly there. It's my go-to glue for most things. Right, I kind of like that. I think that's all it needs, apart from just put a topper on it and sew around it. And because the back is plain, it's fine for, we don't need to put anything else on the back. Although you could if you wanted. If you just wanted to put a bit more weight to the tag. So that's one tag done. This is good. It's good doing it with you because I'm not overthinking it. I'm trying to be as quick as I can. Okay, journaling card. I haven't got anything with me to do lines on the back, but I might do that later. What else can we put on this? Got this bit of a plique lace, maybe. No, don't like that. Got a bit of this purple scarf. Shall we? Yeah, let's put a little bit of that on. Hope I'm in frame doing this for you guys. Just a bit of snippet. Just put some of that, and I think we'll do some music paper layering as well. This is really old paper, it's really soft.